Hey Ahmad, how are you doing?
Hello, Christian Prince.
How are you doing?
I'm alright. How are you doing?
So what do you think about those guys as saying, are you a Muslim?
Yes.
All right. So what do you think about the sexual fluid which caused the baby to be created according to the Quran in chapter 86, verse number 6 and 7?
Yeah, well, I personally think it's wrong. I'm personally a student of medicine, and I know how a child is created and what determines the gender, and this is wrong
You are
with the hadith.
you are a student of medicine?
Yeah.
And you believe this is true or wrong?
What?
What the Quran is saying.
Oh, no, it's wrong.
It's wrong. But isn't this
Yeah.
mean that Islam and Muhammad is false?
I'm not sure if it was the Quran who was saying it or the hadiths or the
No, the Quran. The
tafsir.
Quran is saying, and this is the interpretation of Ibn Kathir now. So the Quran is saying, do you know Arabic?
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So it says here, you can open the Quran. Let me show it for you on the screen here. So it says here, look at the human, how he's created. He's created from water. Water. The Quran used the word water, gushing forth from between the backbone and the ribs.
Okay, which verse is this?
Chapter 86, verse number 6 and 7.
So chapter Surah Tariq?
At-Tariq, yes.
Okay, chapter verse number 6 and 7. So it says خلق من ماء دافق يخرج من بين الصلب والترائب.
All right.
Yeah, from a spurting fluid.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
So I think that refers to the sperm.
All right. So is the sperm coming from the backbone of the man, and there is a sperm of the woman coming from her ribs?
No.
No. So the Quran now proven to be false. What do you think?
No, so they're like actually when it says basically it comes out of between the backbone and the ribs. I think it's referring to the baby that's coming out.
No, it says
that's what.
My friend, the baby is not a fluid. It's not a water. He's created from water, and this water is gushing forth. It's coming out of the body. The man orgasm and the woman orgasm. Is the baby is a water when the woman she gave birth to a baby? Do he come out of a water and we put him in a dish?
No. It's referring to the human in the verse 5.
It says water. It says water. It says water.
Yeah, well, that's what
okay.
Says. And
okay, so now the water, this water, is gushing forth. This is the orgasm.
Yeah.
All right. So now, how the gushing forth orgasm is coming from between the backbone of the man and the ribs of the woman?
Yeah, I know. I told you that's wrong.
Huh?
That's wrong. Yeah, I told you that's wrong. It's false.
Okay, so now do you agree with me? Quran is wrong?
Okay, well, I'm personally a Shia. I don't know about what the Sunnis think. So
you are a
Shia?
You are a Shia?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, according to the Shia, how they explain this verse?
You'll have to go to the tafsir of the Shiawite, tafsir al-Burhan.
All right. Can you tell me what al-Burhan says?
Okay, we'll just go on it online on Google. Just
I know, but what do you know? Do you have an idea what the Shia says?
No, I don't. I'll have to check it.
All right.
Okay. So, should I go on it?
I will find it for you. No problem.
Okay.
All right. Okay. You mean al-Burhan fi tafsir al-Quran, correct?
Yes.
All right. So this is al-Burhan fi tafsir al-Quran. Which sect is your sect? 12?
The 12, yes.
Okay. So now, this is al-Burhan. All right. Let us go down here. All right. Read for me. This is the interpretation.
Okay. Where is it? I don't see it. Did you put it on the screen?
Oh, you don't see it? Sorry. Okay, hold on. See, Ahmad is a we can talk to him. He is not going crazy, and we can talk, have a conversation. The others, they are just because they are not confident about their faith, so they think by over speaking over you, they can make themselves sound like they are having a victory in a conversation. But here we are not trying to have a victory. We are trying to see the truth. Go ahead, Ahmad. You see it?
Yes. So it
Can you
says
read? Can you read and
خلق من
translate,
ماء
please? Can you
دافق.
read and translate?
Yes. So it says when it says خلق من ماء دافق, it says created out of a sprouting fluid. قال النطفة التي تخرج بقوة, the sperm that comes out fastly or strongly. يخرج من بين الصلب والتراب, it comes out of the backbone and the ribs. قال صلب الرجل, basically the backbone of the man, and then what was the rib cage of the woman. وهي عظام صدرها, and it's basically her the bones of her chest. إنه على رجعه لقادر, and he can bring him back in.
All right.
So
Do you agree with it?
yes. No, I personally don't agree.
So the Quran is wrong.
Yes, I guess in this part it's wrong. Yes.
Okay. So what is your religion now?
I'm personally not sure right now.
All right. If there is anything can make you hold into Islam? I mean, if this is wrong, this cannot be from God. I mean, this is really stupid.
Yeah, I know. It's not this. It's actually the story of Dhul Qarnayn that really basically.
Oh no, all the Quran is stupid. I mean, there is no single story in the Quran. Like when we read about the creation of the baby in the Quran, it says that the semen become a dead blood, and then dead blood become a lump. You know the story, right?
Yeah.
So
this is from, I think this is from like Galen. Yeah, I think this is what Galen's explanation was, and this is basically this was like an early.
It's a stupid book. This cannot be from God.
Yeah.
So why you don't leave Islam, Ahmad?
Well, I'm considering it. Well, like, what will I leave it to? What will I leave it to?
If there is something still holding you not to say I'm out of Islam?
No.
So why you don't say I'm out of Islam?
I don't know. I live in Iraq, and it's dangerous to leave Islam.
Okay, it's dangerous. What dangerous? I mean, I mean, are you going to follow something you just say this is stupid? So you decide to be. I mean, is it? I don't want to be rude to you, but isn't it stupid to follow something stupid?
Yes, it is.
So you should leave Islam.
Yeah, I know, but I told you there's apostasy laws where I live.
So you left Islam now?
Yeah.
All right, wonderful.
I left it a long time ago.
Oh, okay. So anything else I can help you?
Yeah, so basically, you talked about, I listened to your live stream like a few weeks ago, and you were talking about Iraq, like when ISIS invaded Iraq, and how al-Sistani created the Popular Mobilization Forces to fight against ISIS, and he was responsible for the destruction of ISIS in Iraq.
And?
So you were talking about, you said that ISIS was destroyed by a fatwa of the greatest Shia Ayatollah.
Right.
Yeah.
But this is not totally accurate. I'm saying, what I meant to say, that the fatwa made by this leader of the Shia the Sistani, made the Shia bear arms and go to war. However, the real one really behind, I mean, they fought in the ground, yes, but the real one who destroyed the ISIS, it was the American and the Russian. Otherwise, the Iraqi are doomed. Almost ISIS took over the whole country until the American help came, and then things switched upside down. And actually, until now, the Iraqi government asking the American to stay because they are not sure if they can sustain their power over Iraq if American leave. So what I meant that one fatwa, I mean that the Shia, they obey one man and they are willing to go for war for his sake if he command.
Yes, but you said they were like scared when ISIS came in because of the Speicher massacre, where they killed the 1,700 soldiers, cadets, and they like threw their bodies down on a river.
Yeah, but both of them, both sides, they did massacres too, because after that, in the beginning, the Sunni, they were killing the Shia, and I saw videos made by ISIS. They were even driving in the highway. Any car is in the highway, they shoot them, right away. And if the person is lucky, they stop the car and they ask him to pray, because Shia, they pray differently and they don't know how to pray like Sunni, so they can be exposed in 2 seconds if they are Shia or Sunni. So if he pray like Sunni, they will let him go. If he don't pray like Sunni, they will shoot him dead right away. However,
Yes,
however,
and
the
you're saying
Shia, after that, they start doing the same to the Sunni, and they killed a lot of Sunni.
okay, and that was the Iraqi army, or was it the militias that fought
You know,
against ISIS?
those are the militant which like being commanded by the Sistani, the Shabi, Hajj Shabi, you know, and all the other,
Hajj Shabi,
yeah, and all the other militant. Like you have a guy, they call him Abu Azrael.
yeah,
Okay, if
yeah, he's
you
one.
go right now, you can search for his video. He hang a guy from ISIS, and he was cutting him pieces. Did you see the video?
No, I never saw that.
And even he did barbecue the man.
Oh, really? I don't
Yeah,
know.
this is a Shia. So Shia and Sunni both they commit a lot of crimes. This is what Islam is about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, did you say that the Iraqi parliament yesterday passed a law allowing people to marry girls at the age of 9 years old?
Yeah, because this is what Muhammad did.
Yeah, yeah.
Muhammad did at
So
the age of 6.
basically,
At least they did not go to 6 because they can go to 6. Muhammad, he married at the age of 6. Aisha, she was 6.
yeah, I know, yeah. Yeah, so the Iraqi government just now allowed basically religious leaders to basically marry off girls at the age of 9 to like old men, like they can be 50, 60, 70.
Yeah.
And yeah, this caused like a lot of outrage
Pervert.
within like international.
You know, pervert culture.
Yeah, I know. I know. This is like, I think Iraq is like the only country in the world which has it that young, 9 years old.
No, many Islamic countries they do that, like in Saudi Arabia, like especially between the tribes, and Yemen, in Somalia, in most of Islamic countries they don't even have a law. You go and you give your daughter to someone, and he sleep with her. There's no need even for witnesses. You go to. I remember once there's a guy and he spoke to me. He was in Rush. He's a Bedouin. I said, "Where are you going?" Because I have I need something from this guy. He is a Bedouin. He have sheeps, so I supposed to get some like let us say good quality milk. He said, "I'm going to get this guy. He borrow money from me. Even he give me the money, or I will take one of his daughters." Right away, he came back. One of the daughters in the back of the truck. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
So there's no government. They are tribal, and the guy, he could not get his money. The guy, he borrowed money from him to buy a TV. He did not pay him back. So either he pay me the money, or I will get one of his daughters. He brought one. I don't know how old. She is covered by the by the veil, so I could not see how old is she. I don't know, but she was. You can tell she is very young. So the guy there, he told him, "Okay, take one of my daughters." For exchange of the TV.
Yeah. Does that happen in Egypt too?
It happened in all Islamic countries, I mean, this is Islam, what we can say.
Yeah, that's true. But like other countries, like have the law like set up to like 15. Like Iran has it set up to 13. Like Saudi Arabia has the law sets the age of marriage to 18. But in Iraq now they just made it 9 years old. Like I think it's like this is the only country
the
in
law
the
is nobody follow the law anyway. I mean, even if they make a law.
Yeah, I know.
Because you can still do something is valid just by having a sheikh. He married the girl to you, or even 2 witnesses, and that's it. There is no need for anything.
Yeah, because the police rarely investigate cases of child rape in these countries.
Yeah.
Or they don't investigate them at all.
So Ahmad, what do you think about Christianity? Why don't accept Christianity as long as you decide to leave Islam?
Well, I think that I've read the Old Testament, and the Old Testament also talks about like giants and things like that.
Okay.
It talks about like the Nephilim.
So what do you think about the Bible?
Like, isn't it like unscientific, like the giants in the Old Testament?
Like what?
Unscientific, like against science.
Well, when we speak about God, God is above science. Like, when we say Jesus, he is born of a virgin, is that scientific? No.
No.
Yeah.
It's not.
So we have to agree this is not scientific. We're not like the Muslims. They try to make what is not scientific because they are hypocrite. So this is God power science. What we say science, like when we speak about the nature, like a nature of a human being. Can a human being can a woman give a birth to a child? So if it happened that a woman, she can give birth to a child without a man, then we can say it's scientific, correct?
Yeah, that's true.
But if it's not, then we say, oh, this is against the nature of a human being. So because it's against the nature, so now it's not scientific. But we know that if you are a believer, believe in God, that He can do miracles, and Jesus did a lot of miracles. So why not? God is a miracle Himself. So the God who is a miracle, why He cannot do miracles? So science does not, for us as a Christians, we don't do it the same as the Muslims. They try to fix mistakes in the Quran. We don't believe the Bible have a mistakes. We believe that the Bible is above science. Like when we say Jesus, He put some mud on the eye of the blind man. There is no scientist in the world can agree if you put some mud on the eye of a blind man who is born blind, he will see, correct? Yeah.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
Jesus, He can do it, and there's witnesses for that. Even the enemy of Jesus, they witness. Like if you go and read the book of the Talmud, which is the Jewish book, rabbis, they wrote about Jesus, but they hate Jesus. They said Jesus did a lot of miracles, but they claim it was magic. So they could not explain why He can do it.
Oh,
Okay.
So the Talmud actually says that He committed the miracles.
The Jews they admit that Jesus did a lot of miracles, and remember, those are the ones who hate Jesus very much. So why the one who hates Jesus will say yes, Jesus did a lot of miracles? So even the enemy of Jesus, they witness that Jesus did. Even Muhammad could not get away from it. So it was overwhelming proofs of witnesses to the point everybody believe in it, and it was believed by by massive number of people. Not like someone say Jesus did not do miracles in the hidden place. He used to speak to thousands, and He used to heal thousands, and when He do things, He do it in front of everybody.
Yeah, like the miracles of Moses.
Exactly. Yeah, but but the difference between Moses and Jesus, God, He opened the sea for Moses. Moses cannot open it. In the case of Jesus, He Himself, He forgives sin. He Himself, He resurrect. He Himself, He control nature. So He have the superpower.
Didn't Elijah do similar miracles?
Not by himself.
Not
by himself. No, not by himself.
Because the Old Testament says he brought him back to life. Elijah brought this person back.
Yeah, but not by himself. He cannot do anything by himself. All the power belongs. All the power belong to God, and Jesus is the only one is in the Bible is called the Son of God. Even in the Old Testament, Daniel 7 speak about Him. So
isn't Daniel called the Son of Man also?
Exactly, the Son of Man is Jesus.
Yeah. But Daniel's also called the Son of Man because when God talks to the prophet Daniel, He says,
Daniel, he never say that he is the one. He is the Son of Man who His kingdom will be everlasting. The Son of Man will come. He will come. It's a prophecy about the future. And this Son of Man, He will rule. He will be given the domain. It's not Daniel,
Yeah, but I think there's like another prophet where God talks to him and He says Son of Man, and he was like it happened during the Babylonian Exodus.
Yeah, my friend, the Son of Man is mentioned in the Bible, correct? But the Son of Man there, it means the Son of Man. Jesus is the Son of no man. And when Daniel he speak about who is the person who will have an everlasting kingdom, God, correct? Nobody else.
Yeah.
And this is what Daniel he said. He did not say the Son of Man, He will have a kingdom for, let us say, 50 years, and then He will die, and that's it. He says his kingdom is everlasting. So this is cannot be about someone, he is son of a man, a normal man. This is about someone, he is a son of God, and he is son of man. Why son of man? Because he's a human. He have a flesh of a human. But in the same time,
so Jesus is both.
Yeah, in the same time, Jesus, like we were reading now before you show up, John chapter 5, where Jesus mentioned two things, that He's Son of Man and He's Son of God.
At the same time.
In the same time, yeah. Son of Man. Why Jesus? Why Jesus? He mentioned both, So heretic people later, like Muslims, they come, they say, well, Jesus was a human, and he called himself Son of Man, and
Yeah, that's true.
so they can use it to say, well, Jesus says he's Son of Man, but we know that Jesus, he is a son of no man. This is why he is.
Yeah.
This is the reason he is a son of a Virgin
Okay.
Mary. He have no father, physically.
Okay.
And
I
then,
have
and then
one
when
other
Jesus,
reason,
hold on,
like,
when Jesus mentioned that he is a son of God, so now if somebody is heretic, he will say that Jesus was God only and no flesh. Then he will not be able to do so, because Jesus mentioned that he is Son of Man. So when he say he is Son of God, Son of Man, is to cover both sides, that he is God in the flesh of a man.
Okay. A lot of people also doubt the authenticity of the Gospels. They say that they were written like 100 years after Jesus, and that the authors are anonymous, like Hamza and other people like this
Like who?
that do dawah. Like Hamza, the person who does dawah.
Yeah, but my friend, the problem is when a Muslim he speak about this, and then his Quran says we confirm what is between their hand. The Muslim, they try to fix it, saying, oh, they confirm only the good part of it. No, it says confirm what is between their hands, you know. So the Abdul, they are desperate, you know. Chapter 33, verse number 3, مصدقا لما بين يديه, confirming what is between his hand, whatever it is. All right. And then the same, you know, all of this. Chapter 5, verse number 48. And different verses says, مصدقا لما معهم. لما معهم. And you speak Arabic very well. All right. So this is chapter 2, verse number 89. So whatever is with them, the Quran confirm. Confirming what is with them. So if the Muslim, they say that there's a doubt about the scriptures, etc. Okay, well, the Quran mentioned that Muhammad, he have the scriptures of the Christians between his hands. Show us. If Muhammad don't have it no more, between Allah and Muhammad, they themselves, they hide it. And they are behind the corruption.
Yeah, a lot of, like, I don't know, I've read a lot of interpretations, and they say lima bayna yadayhi is a phrase which means something that existed before.
Yeah, no, it exists before, but it's still no, it's between his hands. If
Yeah, they say
if it exists before, no, like, you see, before. Arabic is a clear language. If I say what it was before, I can say what it was before. The Arabic language is full of words. There's no need to say what is between his hands if he have nothing between his hands, right?
So it was between his hands.
Yeah, it says bayna yadayhi. Okay, let me show you again, huh?
So, but I thought there was no Arabic Bible before.
It doesn't matter. Muhammad did not know how to read, how to write, according to Muslims. Still, he confirmed what is between his hands. Who care? So now, in chapter 2, verse number 97, it says مصدقا لما بين يديه. Right? The Muslims in the translation, they try to hide it. They don't use the word hands. Look here, it says, where is the word yadayhi? It says what confirming what came before it, but nowhere it says that.
Yeah, that's what they translate.
You see, false.
Yeah, they say lima bayna yadayhi, he means before.
Exactly, but the Arabic,
that's what they say.
But the Arabic says what is between his hands, correct? All right. So,
okay, so
it have to be physical book, and we can prove it. Muhammad, he swear by the Torah, and he said,
yeah,
آمنت بك وبمن أرسلك. I believe in you and the one who sent you. What he was talking about, he put his hand over the Torah and he placed the Torah over a cushion. So is that between his hands or not?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so this is when the Muslims, they try to fix it, they are giving false interpretation, because that would destroy all the idea of Islam is coming to correct the corrupted Christians, because Muhammad, he took an oath.
And the false translation.
Yeah.
And the false translation also.
Yeah. So Muhammad physically, he placed the cushion. Look, and he now, Muhammad is being hypocrite. He placed the cushion in the top of the pillow, showing respect to it. He said, bring the Torah. He took the cushion from underneath of him. He did not put it in the ground. He's showing respect in the front of the Jews. So he would draw the cushion from beneath of him, and he placed the Torah on it, saying, and now his hand is on it, because he placed the Torah on it. I believe in thee and the one who sent thee. So if the Torah is corrupted, because Muslims, they say the Torah and the gospel are corrupted. So Muhammad was taking an oath on what?
Yeah, I know. That's just it. Just basically destroys the entire narrative.
If Muhammad was taking an oath on an Arab in the Quran, in the Torah, which is corrupted, that means he is a false prophet too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean that's just outrageous.
Yeah. All right. Anything else?
I don't even know what to say.
Anything else?
No, I don't. No, there isn't. I just like when you try to talk to people like in the Middle East about Islam, they just get aggressive and physical. Like,
yeah,
you
know,
like,
I know how they talk. This is why I have to be with them aggressive too, because like in those Middle Eastern, if you speak to them kindly, most of them for sure, not everybody, depend on their family, they think you are weak. They take advantage of you, so your kindness will become as a weakness for you. So I know, like now, you came here. Did I insult you?
No.
Did I shout on you? No, because you're speaking nice.
No, you didn't.
Even if you disagree with me, that's not because you agree or not. You speak nice, I will speak nice. You speak, low voice, I will be with low voice. You make me, I have to repeat my question 1,000 times, I will be angry. Very simple. Yeah.
Okay, but other people you shout because they're disrespectful.
Yeah, Muslim in general, they are very, first they are hypocrite. Like the guy, he was here. We show him what the interpretation is saying. He said, I said, so the semen is this a semen? He said it doesn't say nutfa. Okay, so are you saying now nutfa is semen? He refused to say.
Yeah, I know. They just act like
it's a joke.
And if you confront them, if you confront them physically, they'll get angry. They'll fight you.
And then he will try to change the topic because now he is in the corner, and this is what they do. This is why you have you have to hold a Muslim from his tail. Otherwise, there's no point of the conversation. He would try to change the topic in the speed of light.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay, so there isn't anything else. I'll be leaving now. I just wanted to one last thing. It's really unfortunate what happened in Syria, like how the HTS has taken over Syria.
Well, Islamic countries, all of it is doomed. And I think,
but Syria was better.
I think the war to be continued, because now those Sunni, they are discriminating the Shia, the Alawi, the Christians, the Druze. So, maybe now they took over for some time, but a lot of forces depend on what the international community they want. If they want to fuel the war again, if Iran wanted to send weapon and money, they can do it, and then the war will start again. Those countries, they cannot have peace. Those Islamic countries, they will never have peace. They cannot. Islam is a problem. Wherever you go, like until now in Iraq, do we have a peace? No, there's no peace.
No,
they will never have peace.
There is a peace. There's militias. There's no war. There's
Libya,
no order.
Egypt. There is always a war between the Muslim Brotherhood and the government. Algeria, Morocco, Somalia. You name it. It's Islamic.
I thought things were stable in Egypt. I thought things were
stable.
It's
stable by the power of the police. The Secret Service and anyone who grow a beard, they arrest him right away. There's a war, but there's an open war, and there's under, let us say, dark war, where at night, where the police come to your house and they grab you and you disappear. So they do those things at night. Yeah, when people they go at home like 2 a.m. in the morning, 3 a.m. in the morning. Anyone, they have a police and a secret police informer in every street, every mosque. People say this guy said that, this guy said that, arrest him, bring him, he disappear. So the war never end. And then if the government one day get weakened to do what they are doing now, then the Islamists will take over again, the same as what happened before. History will repeat itself.
Yeah, the same as what happened.
Yeah,
the same as what happened in Iraq.
The same. All Islamic countries, they share the same thing. And if like Western countries, like regardless with names, if they sponsor, or even Muslim countries, they sponsor other group, like Qatar is sponsoring Al Qaeda, and Turkey is sponsoring Al Qaeda. Saudi Arabia is against Al Qaeda, against So like there's a war. There's a war within locally, and there's war between the Arab as a whole. So Qatar versus Emirates, Saudi Arabia versus Emirat. Qatar hate Saudi Arabia. Qatar hate Emirat. Emirat hate Qatar. Bahrain hate Qatar. Egypt hate Qatar. And then all of them, they hate each other. And then each one of them, he support a group. Like now in Libya, Egypt support a group, Emirates support the other group. So it's a mess. Muslims.
But at least in some other countries you have like secular governments. Now, like in Iraq, you have an Islamist government, the Dawa party. Like it's a pro-Iranian.
Iraq is in the verge of a collapse. If the American now decide to take their army from Iraq will collapse. Because
but even the government.
Because Iran is having a huge, massive forces, which are Shia. They belong to her, to Iran. So they can command them to go at war to take over the government.
I mean, but they have already taken over the government. The government in Iraq is already.
No, not really. No, it's not. It's not that much. It's especially now because of Israel. Most of the leaders of those groups, they are in the run. They are hiding.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Like
Israel can destroy Iraq and make the Shia lose their government in the same they did to Syria, if they decide.
Yeah, but then if ISIS will take over,
why Israel will care?
Yeah, that's true. But it will be bad for the Iraqis, like living on
Israel. At the end of the day, they prefer idiot, stupid, who will have a weak country better than having a smart, weak enemy. Because at the end of the day, all Muslims are the enemy of Israel. So having ISIS, the stupid ISIS, better than having a smart, intelligent, educated enemy.
Yeah, like with Iraq.
Yeah, this is why now the enemy of Israel in Syria, they are Al Qaeda. Still, they are not going to be strong because they are stupid, they are ignorant, they are dummy, and they will have sanctions around them, and the whole world will be watching them. So they will not. The Assad regime was, a guy wearing a suit. He looked like a civil person, so he can deceive community and make them support him. The Al Qaeda, no, they cannot deceive anybody. The Al Qaeda.
Yeah, Bashar al-Assad's wife is also like non-hijabi. She was like she looked Western.
And then we find out that he have hundred of drugs manufacturers. And yeah.
So it's unfortunate that the Middle East became like this before it was Christian.
Well, what you can say.
Yeah, that is what it is. I mean, the termite of Muhammad, did you say?
Islam will be conquered at the end, but our war is more effective than the war is done by, weapon. Because you kill a terrorist, his son will come back. But if you convert a terrorist out of Islam, his son will become a Christian.
Yeah, that's true.
So like you now, you used to be a Muslim, now you are not a Muslim.
Yeah.
So you will not do what what terrorists do. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. So I was saved like forever from Islam. Okay, goodbye.
And the funny is that all Muslim religious Muslims they grow drugs and they sell drugs.
Yeah, that's true. They like the Taliban do.
Yeah, all of them. It's kind of strange how they are so religious. Look at this. I don't know if you see the videos.
Yeah.
Drugs everywhere.
Yeah, it's outrageous.
Drugs everywhere. They sell drugs to everybody. They are hiding them in the, even children's seats, in machines, electric machines to import. I mean, it's all over. They are like everywhere.
Yeah.
It's like
they're even selling them in Europe.
The same, and Taliban, they do the same. Hezbollah do the same. Assad do the same. All of them to do the same. You know, look, all those are ready to be
Yeah.
shipped. All of this is the
Yeah.
drugs, and this is the engine. You see the engine for they put it inside. You know,
Yeah, I see. Yeah.
yeah, they put it inside. The drugs is inside it. You open it, look, the drugs. Yeah, they are making
Yeah. Well,
billions from this. Yeah,
yeah. No, trillions. That's how they get their money. That's how they make their money.
all
Yeah.
Islamic religious,
Well,
they are drug dealers.
Yeah, like Hezbollah and Red Mercury.
Hezbollah,
like
exactly.
Latin
Hezbollah
America.
have a this is part of Hezbollah business anyway. Hezbollah is the one who taught the Syrian regime how to make those drugs, because the start is from Lebanon.
Oh, I thought it was the other way around. I thought that the Syrian regime taught Hezbollah.
No, because Hezbollah doing that from long time before. The Syrian regime,
really?
after they put sanctions, now they need to find a way to make money. So they switch, because they took the oil from them. They took, they put sanctions. So now they have to find a way to make money, and they go to drugs, as Hezbollah doing.
Yeah, I don't really know what to say, man. Like, I used to think that Hezbollah were like good because they fought like the Islamic Brotherhood.
Oh, they are fighting
Syria.
because they want the Iran to take over. Like they are Hezbollah is trying to establish an Islamic Shia state. The Sunni, they are trying to establish Islamic Sunni state. So in the appearance, Hezbollah is supporting Hamas, but the agenda of Hezbollah is to use Hamas to give themselves a good reputation, to make the Muslim Sunni convert to Shia. So they say, look, we are the one who defend the Muslim Sunni in Gaza. Where is the Muslim Sunni? Not for the sake of the Muslim Sunni in Gaza, because they are killing Sunni in Syria. How you support Sunni in Gaza, you kill Sunni in Syria? Doesn't make sense, Yeah,
it doesn't make sense. So they're trying to get people to convert to Shia.
Yeah, so it's a propaganda, it's a propaganda action, and it worked. They were able to convert a lot of people to Shiaism under the name of they are doing the defense of Islam and protecting Muslims in Gaza. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that in Iraq. A lot of Iraqis have converted to Shia Islam.
Yeah.
Sunni Iraqis.
Yeah, because those Sunni, they are trying to find, if you want to get a good job, you have to be Sunni. I mean Shia, sorry. Yeah. In the time of Saddam Hussein, it was the opposite.
Yes, it was the opposite.
I don't know, exactly. I don't know if you know, Egypt used to be all of it Shia. Do you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Like during the Fatimi?
Exactly.
Dynasty?
During the Hakim Amrullah al-Fatimi, you see the Azhar University?
Yeah.
The biggest university of Islam in the world is built by the Shia Caliphate.
Yeah. But they weren't 12 Shia, they were Ismaili.
Yeah. No, Al-Fatimi is a Shia.
Yeah, but not 12. The 12.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. They are still Shia. But look what happened.
Yeah.
When the king changed, the king became Sunni. Everybody is Sunni now. The Shia now,
Salahuddin, I think,
the Shia now, they are in Egypt. They are like I don't know, very small number. But the whole country.
Yeah, and they're persecuted.
Yeah, the whole country was Shia. Same in Iraq, same in Syria. Actually, if Hezbollah was able to control longer, the plan is, in maybe in 50, 60 years from now, the Shia, they will become majority. They were bringing Muslims Shia to give them citizenship, and now now the Al-Qaeda, they are doing the same. I saw a video today. Al-Qaeda, they are going inside a Christian house, Christian man, intimidate him, saying to him, why you don't convert to Islam? But they are trying to make it like they are not forcing him, but obviously it is. They are going inside his house. Why are you going inside the house of the guy? They look at his door, they get in without permission. They are asking him, why you don't convert to Islam? We will be back to talk to you again. You should convert. And this guy, they are having weapon with them. So the plan now in Syria, the same as Hezbollah, we just replaced the gang from the Shia gang to the Sunni gangs. They are going to try to intimidate the Christians. you know, whatever left of the Christians there, because a lot of them they left already, you know, running away for their life.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's a shame that Christians don't try to like get people to convert to Christianity, like
No,
when
we
America
are, you
invaded
know,
Iraq.
we cannot blame them. If you live in those countries, they are a small minority. They will be killed in one day, you know. So they cannot really. They have
Yeah,
no
well, I'm
freedom.
saying like
But this is why we are.
yeah, but like
This
Christian
is why we are doing what they cannot do.
yeah, but I'm not talking about like Christian countries like America when they invaded Iraq. They didn't like
Well,
tell people about
you know,
Christianity.
you see, in the West there is a freedom. So if you can convince somebody to become somebody else, yeah, sure, no problem. So, but a lot of Muslims are leaving Islam when they come to the West anyway.
Yeah, that's true. I've seen that myself
Yeah.
firsthand.
In
Yeah,
fact,
but I
the
thought like
majority of Muslims, the one who stay Muslims are minority. Especially after you start receiving education, seeing how stupid the Quran is. And by the help of
Yeah.
people like us, you know, you will see that the Quran is just a stupid book. So either you go,
Yeah.
there's one of two options. Either you go in denial and you say, I'm not going to listen to those people and ignore whatever stupidity in the Quran,
Yeah, yeah,
or you decide to leave. Most of the people, they leave.
yeah. But some people like their families kill them if they leave,
Yeah.
or like they beat them up.
All right.
It's unfortunate.
All right. Thank you very much for joining us.
So
Thank you, Ahmed.
thank you very much.
All right.
What's your name? Christian Prince. I was going to say Apostate Prophet.
Yes, all right. No problem. Thank you.
Goodbye.